Hi everyone, welcome back. Time for chapter 3, Ois Gimel of the Maamar Kimei Tzeitzcha Me'eretz Mitzrayim, that we are learning in honor of the Rebbe's birthday for Yud Aleph Nissan. First of all, as we did last time, today's learning is going to be in the Zechus of the continued refuah of Shalom Doiber ben Shena Chanalea, and also this time with the Ilui Nishmas Rava ben Sarah, a fine Jew and a friend. Anyway, let's get back on the business over here. So, yesterday in the second chapter, what we learned was that the source of the revelation that happened at the Exodus from Egypt is very, very different than the source of the revelations that will happen when Mashiach comes. The source of the revelations for the Exodus was after Hashem's energy had gone through to Malchus, and then it got spritzed out as revelation, as the miracles that happened. Whereas when the Mashiach comes, what's going to happen is that the revelation is going to come from the highest of high, the most sublime levels of godliness, called Pnimius of Attic, which is way, way up there and is not comparable to the level of Malchus. So the Rebbe asks the obvious question now. The Rebbe says, according to what we learned yesterday, when it says in the Pasuk, it says in the verse, like the Kimei Tzeitzcha Me'eretz Mitzrayim, like the days that you went out from Egypt, Aren and Fla'is, I will show them wonders. So, how can we compare the wonders that will happen at the time of Mashiach with the miracles that happened in the revelation that happened at the Exodus? They are two very, very different and very, very contrasting things. And we said in chapter 1, the first chapter, we said that there is an opinion that the Exodus will be mentioned, and we'll say woohoo, rah rah about the Exodus when Mashiach comes, and it's going to be something we're going to talk about. But according to what we learned, it's the Exodus, the revelation of the Exodus, is almost like child's play compared to how amazing the revelations will be when Mashiach comes. So why are we even going to talk about it? So the Rebbe brings down and says from his father-in-law, the previous Rebbe, from his Maamar, the same words, says that there was something fundamental that changed when there was the Exodus from Egypt. When there was the Exodus from Egypt, it gave the potential and opened up the pipelines, as the Maamar says, or in vernacular, set the ball rolling that all redemptions can happen now. This was the beginning and started the whole process of the fact there can be redemption. And this includes even the redemption of Mashiach Tzidkenu that's going to happen in the future when there's going to be these amazing, amazing revelations. So, why is that? So that we're going to mention it. Why? How can we compare it? Because they are fundamentally related. The only reason there will be a Geula in the future is because Yitzias Mitzrayim, the revelation in the Exodus of Egypt, made that happen. So now the Rebbe comes along and says over here, he says, hang on a second, whoa, you're telling me the Exodus began all redemptions? The Exodus was not a full redemption. As it says in the verse, the Pasuk says, Hashem said to Moshe, when you take out this nation, the nation from Egypt, you will serve God on this mountain. So the whole point of the Exodus is that there'll be a revelation at Sinai. So the Exodus in and of itself does not seem to be the full redemption. So how can it be that something that's not even the full redemption is going to be the thing that's going to bring and open up the pipeline for the greatest redemptions and revelations? And in fact, it goes even further that from the time the Jewish people left Egypt until they got to Har Sinai, all of the things that the revelation of Sinai accomplished hadn't happened yet. We know that the fundamental change of the fabric of the universe changed at the revelation of Sinai. The spiritual world and the physical world before the Matan Torah could not interact and could not become one. They were polar opposites. What happened was when the Torah was given, they were able to intermingle and holiness could come down to this world, and we became able to elevate physicality to the spiritual. But that didn't happen after the Exodus. So what's going on here? So the truth of the matter is, even though it wasn't the full redemption, and it wasn't the full redemption, nonetheless, still, it gave the potential for that revelation at Sinai, and also gives the potential for the revelation of Mashiach. And in fact, the revelation at Sinai and the revelation of Mashiach actually they're comparable, and they come together. Why? Because really, Matan Torah was a taster of what's going to happen when Mashiach comes. Except, it was the great revelation, but it was temporary. Why was the revelation at Sinai temporary? Because Hashem gave it to us as a freebie. It was a gift. We did not do anything that would cause it to become part of our being. So therefore, it was transient. The holiness and the revelation at the time, it couldn't remain because we did not make ourselves or the world a vessel sturdy enough and able to withstand such holiness. But what's going to happen when Mashiach comes? When Mashiach comes, we are going to be the ones who have the effect of bringing refinement to the world. We're going to make the world a vessel. We're going to make the world the place that can withstand such holiness. We, through our service of God, are going to bring ourselves to the pinnacle of what a human being can be. And then when we bring ourselves and the world to that level, then Hashem will take care of the rest and will take us way, way above and beyond anything that we could experience. And that's going to be the great revelations. So that's the end of the chapter. So just a quick synopsis. So what we said over here was, how can we compare the revelation of Exodus in the Pasuk to the revelation of Mashiach, which are starkly contrasted? So the answer is because the Exodus from Egypt started everything, every process of redemption, be it the redemption and the completion of its own redemption at the revelation at Sinai, or any other redemption is only possible and only could happen because of the Exodus from Egypt. And that includes the revelation of Mashiach. May it come speedily in our days. And in Mitzvah Hashem, we'll continue on tomorrow with the Maamar. Thank you all for tuning in and listening. I've had a great time. And may you all be blessed with inspiration. And a Chag Kosher v'Sameach, a Freilichen, Kosher Pesach. Have a wonderful night and day. Thank you.